my shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all the beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout. Take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna
I've been in here and people are roaring with laughter, so...
It's a dirty show, though.
Well, it's clean dirt.
Forgive me, but the best restaurants of the world are here in Vegas. I mean, you have here the best of the best.
Yes.
So we have many celebrities here. The Harley Madison come over here, and the Usher come over here many often, and the Paris Hilton come here, and Britney Spears came over here like 2 weeks ago.
Boy, I'm dating myself, but it's okay. Nobody else will. Oh.
That's so Vegas. Happy Wednesday, and it's a happy day here in Las Vegas. We have some rain going on. The temperature has dropped. I'm Christine McKellar, your host here at That's So Vegas TV, filming live at WCOBM studio on Sunset Road. Today's going to be a really fun and interesting day. Number one, I want to talk a little bit about all that is coming up for the holidays, and boy, do I have a holiday roster. Right off the bat, next week is going to be, I want to say, a very touching, kind of a nod to Thanksgiving segment. We all have a lot to be thankful for. And last year, right prior to her first birthday, my little demi-granddaughter, I call her, Addie Stewart, was diagnosed with brain cancer. We had the party invites. Her mom was planning the party. There was an incident. The next thing we knew, Addie was up in Salt Lake at the Children's Cancer Hospital and had to undergo some extensive treatment. There were some side effects. Point being, the Stewart family took advantage of the Ronald McDonald House, and I personally have contributed every spare bit of change all these years, and then some, to the Ronald McDonald House charities. And it's been interesting to actually be that close to persons who can see firsthand what your donations do. So next Wednesday, please tune in. We're going to have a representative of Ronald McDonald here. We'll also have the Stewart family, Heather and Rob, and little Addie on the show. We're going to talk a little bit about the benefits and what a lifesaver it was for them. Also, we have a local McDonald's store owner who will be here. They had thrown a gala affair last year where certain chefs, well-known chefs on the Strip, came to the McDonald's and cooked a gourmet meal out of just strictly McDonald's ingredients. So that was, and of course the benefits went to Ronald McDonald House. So yeah, please, viewers, you're going to want to hear the story. It may get a bit emotional, but the first segment after that, we'll move on to more fun things like how to make a gourmet meal out of McDonald's ingredients. So that's next week. Following that, we have Linda Moore and Mark Grendel, local entertainers. Everybody who knows them loves them. Linda is also an entrepreneur. She's developed her own boot series line, and it's an interesting concept where you wear a base of the boot and then you can adjust all the different tops, leopard skin, anything that you want. But Linda and Mark, again, have performed in various venues in the city for a long time now, and they're very talented. They'll be guests on the show. Following that, I know, this whole holiday season is spinning. I'm really excited about it. We'll be talking with the Shekel family that owns the Pioneer, the historic Pioneer Saloon out in Goodsprings. And an interesting backstory there. I went out on a media event, was treated to a wonderful dinner. The food is really fantastic. I am not just saying that. They have entertainment. Chuck Shekels has started a stargazing party, and he says he can even show you the stars regardless of the weather, but although I enjoy the rainy weather. So we'll be talking with the Shekel family, and when I was talking with Neil, it turns out that we went to the same high school. Can you believe that? It's a small world. Grants Pass, Oregon, no less. I was a couple years ahead of him. I guess his older brother was in my graduating class, but it was fun to compare those notes. So that's just a little bit. Oh, I forgot about December. December, we're looking forward to a 2-hour That's So Vegas extravaganza where the first part of the show, the first hour, we're going to have magic and music. Second part of the show, we're going to have all kinds of yummy food, great chefs, and libations. So that's what's coming up. What I'm doing here today is kind of a special segment, and it's all about me. Fancy that. We're doing some tweaking with the show, and at the station, the chat feature hasn't been working well. So I thought I would take this week before the holidays just, come upon us full force and talk a little bit about, which you're probably asking yourself, why is this woman on network TV? So my name is Christine McKellar. I moved here in 1980 from Orange County. And in Orange County, I worked at the Huntington Beach Independent for a while. I actually was working at a prestigious industrial design firm as a PR director before I moved to Las Vegas. And I moved here because my parents had retired. My mother was sick. I wanted to get in entertainment. I was dating an entertainment editor in Orange County. And I thought, whoa, Vegas, yeah, baby. But in 1980, it was more about how long you lived here and who you knew. So it took me about 6 months to get a job. And I really literally pounded the pavement. I drove, his name was Perry at Summa Corp. Absolutely crazy coming in every week with my portfolio. Finally, he got me an in at Circus Circus. So yes, I became one of the marketing people for Circus Circus in 1980. And my job was to take care of all those pink RVs I used to have. Hated the color, but I had to do my job. So at one point, they asked me to go up to Reno to the Circus Circus up there. Didn't want to leave. I didn't even know anything about Reno. My alternative was to run off with my fiance, who had a 45-foot sailboat. So what would you have done? Stay at the desk or run off sailing? So I went sailing for about 3 years, and I wrote for the sailing publications during that 3-year stretch. I jumped ship a couple times. The third time, I jumped permanently, came back to Vegas, and I got a job in marketing and advertising with, at the time, a very well-known agency. And while I was there, I did copywriting, a little bit of media buying. I went on TV shoots, helped produce, edit TV spots, and things were going along swimmingly. Also met my future husband there. And so about 1988, I became a mom, and I decided to stay home. I was blessed that I got to stay home and raise my son. So that took about 14 years to get where I felt good about coming back into the business, which I thought would be a walk in the park. But things had moved on. Interns flooded the marketing market, and there was really no place for a woman my age at that point to do what I wanted to do. So I started pitching every newspaper, every magazine. I just wanted to write. At heart, I'm really a writer. It's what I love. It's what I do. I finally got a break at City Life, which was the alternative magazine back then. And at the time, it was helmed by Matt O'Brien. So Matt O'Brien, if you're watching this, as always, thank you for my first byline in 16 years. I was also mentored by a very favorite Vegas author, Kathy Scott. And back then she was teaching, she was writing her Tupac book, she's a crime writer. She still took the time to sit with me and mentor me, and she's the one who urged me to go to Matt O'Brien with a story I had written. It was a personal essay on how my brother had hanged himself and something good that had come out of that. The piece is called Baby Girl Wiley, A Brother Lost, A Daughter Found. You can find it on the internet. So that's a little bit about just my journalistic Vegas background. There were a couple other things I did, but we're going to take a break here. All of this has led up, actually, to me sitting here talking to you live on WCOBM.com. My sponsor is the Red Roof Inn, across from the Hard Rock Hotel. It's convenient to the Strip, close to the airport. They are pet-friendly, and free Wi-Fi and breakfast. We'll be right back with more of the Christine McKellar story. Stay tuned.